Shooter ready.
Yep.
Shooter ready? Stand by. Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Shooter ready.
Stand by.
Ready? Stand by.
Shooter ready.
Yep. I accidentally played the intro twice. But Shooter, Are You Ready podcast. We're here. We're ready. I have a very special guest that I'm excited is here to talk with me. Ladies and gentlemen, Shinobi Welding is here, and he's a fantastic guy. Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear? We good?
Yeah, you're good. You're
All
good.
right, cool.
You're good.
Shinobi is a master of the metallic arts. He well, obviously with the name Shinobi Welding, he's a welder by trade, I imagine, and he does some amazing things with metal and steel and AKs and fantastic things. I don't know how else to present this man. If you don't know who this guy is, you need to look him up on the Instagram.
Cheers.
You need to get with it because he is. I have a feeling I say to people all the time, I say Shinobi is on his way to doing something crazily amazing to where he's going to be known all over the place. And so you better get in on the ground floor. That's what I say. That's just me. But yeah. How are you doing this morning, sir? I know we had to get up early and I apologize for that.
Oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I like it when
Okay.
it's nice and quiet. It's easier to not to be distracted, you know.
Yeah, see, well, I had to get up early just to make sure that I could keep get all the internet to myself. That way there was nothing happened with the connectivity here because everybody in my house likes to use the internet. Everybody doesn't appreciate it like I do, and they like to make things lag on and not work well. I mean, I haven't really had an issue thus far, but you never know. I didn't want to chance it. So I have to do it when everybody's sleeping. So good morning to you, sir. Thank
Good
you again
morning.
for being here and doing this. But I'm excited to talk to you. And I don't know. I wish I had like more professionalism in myself in this, but tell us about yourself, Shinobi. Break it down for me.
Oh man, well, thanks for the introduction. I am a welder by trade, but I appreciate the introduction, but I'm not a master. I'm
Nah.
just I'm still learning. You know what I mean? Every day every day. I'm still a student. So with AK guns, the 2A community with the welding, I'm still learning, you know. So um, background, I was born and raised in Vietnam. Came to the States when I was 11. That was like 35 years ago. Uh, you know, just been here, loving America, living the American dream. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's all about the
Uh,
American dream.
yeah. I was a street kid for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
got my shit together and got a family, got a career, got a nice, beautiful wife. You know, she's wonderful. She yells at me a lot, keep me in line because
I was
I
about to
don't do
say, is
that.
she standing on the other side of the camera right now making you say these things? That's what it you know.
She says she's in this ear.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's it.
it's usually what it seems like. Everybody's well, most of the people I hang around with and associate with. Yeah, I was young and did a lot of crazy stuff and took me a while, but now look at me. You know, got
Yeah.
the trophy wife, the beautiful family, house in the
Hmm.
hills. And if you would have talked to me 20 years ago, you would have thought I would have ended up somewhere else. But
Yeah.
I'm one of those ones that got out of it and I made it. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to you, buddy.
Thank you. You too. You too. Good having you on this earth.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that one. Um, it's pretty funny that you're very humble about your welding skills because I'm gonna let you in on a little inside joke here between me and one of my buddies, Scott. Anytime he gets upset with somebody, his insult to them is, "You don't know shit about MIG welding." And that's
Oh.
just and that's like, he doesn't know a damn thing. I don't think he's ever welded a piece of metal in his life, but that's like his number one insult towards anybody if things aren't going, "You don't know shit about MIG welding," and it just kinda confuses people when you use that as
Uh-huh.
an insult, so I just thought it was pretty funny. Thought I'd share that with you, that I use that as an insult, letting people know they don't know about MIG welding.
You know,
But
I had guys that I work with that did that to me. Got this kid, got out of high school. He he learned how to weld from school, but not a lot. And then he went to work, and then we trained him. And then he came over and worked for me. And he's like, "I know you're really good at TIG welding, but how good are you at MIG welding?" I'm like, I, if you ask me that question, bro, you win,
yeah.
because I would know what that means. So I'm
Oh, man.
I'm
So how
okay
long
with
have you
it.
been in the welding game, would you say?
Um, I would say 2003.
Oh, wow.
I went to school for welding in 2003 because I got stuck laying on my buddy's couch watching Motorcycle Mania,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, holy cow,
You
Jesse
wanted to build
James is
some Orange
awesome.
County choppers, right? That was you?
Yeah,
You're like, "I can do that. I need to learn how to weld."
I was like, this is awesome. I thought welding was just for make building skyscrapers and
Yeah, right?
hospitals and stuff, boring stuff. I didn't know we could build art.
Oh, yeah, man. There's some ridiculous, crazy things out there that are done with welding. Like you said, when I was
Hmm.
younger, I just always thought, "Oh, those were the guys that put, beams together and weld pipes together. That's cool." But, like, over
Hmm.
the years, like, as you get older and wiser, you're like, "Oh, wow. This is like a it's like a whole array of cool shit you can do with this."
Yeah.
But, that's almost 20 years, man? You've been welding for 20 years?
Yeah.
Man, and you're humble about it, like, "Nah, I'm not that good. I'm still learning." But, man, 20 years, you're a journeyman by that point. I would hope you'd be done with an apprenticeship in 20 years. If not, you're the world's longest apprentice, the longest one I've ever met.
I just want to stick to my white belt status, bro.
Yeah, right? Okay, I got you. See, I dropped out when I was, like, an orange belt. That was all I needed. I was
Yeah.
like, "That's it, 3 belts in, I'm done." I was like, "I've learned it all. There's
What do you
nothing else
study?
for me here." Huh?
What do you study?
Nothing.
Was
That
it?
was just, like, I took, like a small karate class when I was younger, and I think as soon as I got the orange belt, I was like, "I've learned it all. I'm done." I was like, "There's nothing else for me here." And that was a
That's
terrible
good.
way of thinking.
Some of us are smarter. We learn faster. We quit
Yeah.
faster.
Or some of us are just stupid and think they know it all, like myself, and that's why I left. But,
It's okay. You got AKs now. You good.
yeah, right? I don't need a karate kick. I have AKs.
Hmm.
Um, you're in Utah or Ohio? I always get these 2 mixed up. Utah. No.
Idaho.
Idaho. Idaho. I always
Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know why, but I get those mixed up.
Hey, it's
So,
okay.
you used to live in California?
Yeah, I grew up in the Bay Area.
Let's talk
I was
about the
there.
Bay Area. Let's
Yeah.
just forget everything else right now. Let's talk
Yep.
about the Bay Area.
Forget Shinobi. Let's take it back to the street.
Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Because I don't know. I told you this last night before the listeners. I'm a
Hmm.
California man myself. From the ages of 3 to 4 and a quarter, I grew up in California, and it's stuck with me ever since. Even though people say you probably don't even remember that, but I do. Actually, I think I
Hmm.
was younger than that. I know it wasn't long. I know I honestly don't remember one iota of it,
Okay.
but I feel like I brought it back with me. My mom told me that's where I learned how to run, so I had to have been younger than 3. I was hoping I'd be running by 3 because I used to walk out, and then when the waves would come in, I'd run as fast as I could
Okay.
away from the waves. So I was little, but I'm a Bay Area guy. Go Raiders,
Yep.
a rough season, but it always is as a Raiders fan. That's why, like, living where I live in Illinois, I always have to hear about the Chicago Bears fans bitching and complaining. I'm like, dude, try being a Raiders fan ever since you were like 6 years old. It has been a rough life, I don't get any
Hmm.
breaks.
Raiders. Yeah, my next door neighbor is a hardcore Raiders fan.
Dude, I love the Raiders. But yeah, California life, it's something different. And I wish, like I said, I try to maintain it here. It's hard because it's
Hmm.
cold and it's different. There's no
Yeah.
I don't have a 6.4 Impala on switches with the gold Dayton's 150 spoke. I don't have anything cool like that around here. I do wear Dickies all the time, which is nice. And I try to rock the Raiders whenever I can. So doing my part. Doing my part.
You know what's crazy is growing up. Well, like I said, I was here in the state when I was 11, and I lived in the Bay Area for like good 10 years before I moved to Idaho. But I was not the Raiders fans, the Rams fan, or the Niners fan, or I'm not a football fan. I watch
No,
it.
a lot of
I
people aren't,
understand the
man.
game and watch it. I
I
don't
go
have a
through
team.
waves. Like I used to be like a hardcore, die-hard football fan years ago, and then I was like kind of like, eh. And then like I'll come back to it. Like now I'll watch it. But like I don't do
Okay.
fantasy sports anymore. I don't do any of that crazy stuff. I don't draft my own fake team. I don't have time. I really don't. I don't have
You,
time for anything,
you,
but somehow I find time for things. It's
mhm.
weird.
You got
I'm
your own
sure you're
hobby right
busy,
now,
man.
you know. Oh, well, like every day.
Dude, that's
I
what I'm
work.
saying.
I'm busy 8 days a week. People got
Yeah.
7 days. I got eight.
Yeah, dude. It's like I got off what was it last night? I talked to you for a couple minutes and then I went and ate with my kid and came in here and did like a little YouTube live.
Hmm.
And then I think I went to bed at like midnight and then I'm getting phone calls from work at like 1:30 in the morning to come in and I'm like, "Nah, I'm sleeping. I am
What?
not coming in right now."
What do you do
But
for work?
um see if I can say I'm an outdoor electrician is the best way I can say it. I'm a overhead lineman. I climb poles and hook up power to
Oh,
places.
shit, I got a lot of friends in that does that.
Yeah. It's
Mad respect though. That's a skill I don't have. I know how to
it
shock
pays the
myself.
bills. Oh, there's I don't know who's listening, but I could tell you some stories of some things that have happened, but I don't want to put me in those stories. But once you do it like once or twice, you realize what you've done and you try not to do that again because it's an eye opener. It's like a like it's, yeah. Um but yeah, like I'm on call like all the time with my job. Like if something's bad happens, they can just call me. I don't always have to say yes, but like if you don't, you got like a certain percentage you have to say yes to throughout like the year, which whatever. They got you.
Yeah.
They own you. That's how it is. Basically, they own me. But
Yeah.
enough about me, Shinobi. You're the guest here. Why
Oh,
AKs?
what AKs? I love all guns. I don't have a specific type, you know. I lean forwards, and then and then when Namaste was created, um, Jeff, he's kind of like an older brother to me. He mentored me a lot. I met him years and years ago when our kids was like 3 or 4, and they did karate together. So then I met Jeff at the karate school. My son trained with his son. They're both like in their 20s now, so been a lot of years. And then when he started Namaste, he just came through one day. He's like, "Hey, you think you could plug well a small hole for me?" I'm like, "Sure, whatever it is, bring it over." He brought it over, and then next thing you know, he's like, "You need an AK," and I said, "Yes, I do." And then he put what is it? He put a underfull Romanian AK in my laps, and then it was over since. I've been,
That's how it happens.
yeah,
All it takes is one.
like, yeah, I'm not a. He's like, "You're a builder now. You're a builder." I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't want that title. I don't want that title of a builder. I don't want a title of an AK expert or anything like that. I'm a student
Just
of everything.
yeah, that's one way to do it. Just say I'm a student. I mean, I don't want to get into building. I think it'd be cool, but
Hmm.
that's a lot of it's a it's a lot of work. And
It is.
you should
I
have had
enjoy
like
shooting too.
yeah. I mean, I love to shoot. I try to do it as much as possible. If it
I
wasn't for
mean, I
this
love.
damn job of mine, I would be shooting all the time.
Yeah.
Then I
Yep.
wouldn't
Yep.
be able to afford ammo if I didn't have this damn job of mine.
Yeah.
So
And then I just, and then I fell in love with the AK platform because there's so much metal on it that I could do a lot to it, you know?
see,
And,
that's I was gonna tell you when I asked you why AKs, I opened you up to an awesome joke because you could have just been like, because with ARs you can't weld plastic. You could have just started with that.
I don't know plastic welding.
Yeah, I don't know how to weld plastic. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the AK. I mean, it feels different. Like I don't have it on the wall or anywhere. I don't know where the hell I put it, but I have a CZ Scorpion, and I took that
Hmm.
out yesterday to shoot. It's like a carbine. It's like 16-inch barrel or 13. I don't know,
Okay.
something inch barrel. But I was shooting it yesterday. It's a 9 millimeter, but it's all plastic basically, and it just feels like I went out there and I shot like 2 or 3 AKs, and then I picked that thing up and was shooting that, and I was like, this just feels weird because it's like there's no metal on it. It's like inside. It's just weird,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Yeah.
yep, this is why I like AKs.
Yeah. Another thing I like to compare AK with, you know, uh, most of the AR platform stuff or most of the guns out there is it's like building a lowrider, building a hot rod, you know what I mean? Versus buy a Honda Civic and buy a bunch of fiberglass stuff and bolt on,
There you go.
you know what I
I like
mean?
your analogy.
So,
Yeah, it
I
goes
mean,
back to the classic. You build an AK, you put together an AR.
yeah, I worked for a hot rod shop before too, and then I tinker around with old school. So I think that's kind of the same concept for me when it comes to AK. So I stick to it. Is my
Yeah.
main choice now. You know.
So let's see. I think when I first trying to think of the first thing I noticed from I think you were doing the not dust covers, the gas tube covers is
Oh,
the first thing I noticed from you. And I was like, "Oh, okay. This guy's doing some crazy things with welding. That's interesting." And then you started coming out with the mags and all the other weird stuff, and I was like, "Okay, this guy's just okay, he's doing it. He's doing his thing." And then you just kind of went all out, and I was like, "Oh, oh, this guy's like serious now. He's really doing some shit here."
yeah.
So that was cool. Like, here, I'm gonna try to do a little thing here with you. Let me push this button and we'll go to stage. Oh, like, see, look at some of the fancy stuff Shinobi has here. I mean, look at these
Oh, yeah.
mags.
Oh,
Look at this, dude. And it's like you were coming out with like these crazy ass, like, oh, look at this. Did you ever do a 60? No, you didn't do a 60. What's the biggest mag you've made?
I've
Because I
done
know.
as I've done the 60s, like the
Yeah.
one with the see those one right there. Slow down with the that blue mag with the Japanese writing on it.
Blue mag,
Those are
Japanese
six.
writing.
Go back. You
Oh, that? Okay. Oh, okay.
backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are 60s. I think
Okay.
the longest one I've done was a 90,
A 90?
90 round mag.
That's wild. Did it? That's just wild. How much did that weigh? I'm sure it wasn't.
A whole lot. It was like
Yeah, I bet.
a good 10 pounds. Weigh as much as a gun.
Yeah, right. You ain't joking there. But
Hmm.
oh yeah, like look at this fancy thing.
That red
What
one,
is?
that's 80 right there.
That's 80. That's
That's
what I'm
80.
talking about. This is the kind of thing Shinobi's putting down right now, ladies and gentlemen. 80 round custom mag, windowed, so you can count all 80 of your rounds.
Hmm.
That's just wild, dude. See, that's the thing I'm
Yeah.
talking about. That's what I'm liking here. It's just like it's not the norm, you know. You're stepping out there, you're doing crazy things, and it's not something you see every day, which I'm a fan of. Like the little gas tube covers you were doing a while ago where it's like a beer can over it or something weird. Or just
Oh,
like this.
the
I
spam
like
can
this one.
lid. Yeah.
That's nice.
Mhm.
You know, it's just I appreciate good craftsmanship, and that's what it seems like you're bringing to me, and I appreciate that. It's like, yeah, okay, I could go buy like a 75 round mag from some factory, someplace, you know, that does a bunch of crazy stuff, but like, did they put their heart and soul into it, or was it just manufactured and pushed out the door? I like something somebody actually tried to do, accomplished, and was proud of it. And that's where you
Thank
come
you.
in, Shinobi.
Appreciate that.
I try. So was that we're gonna get back into AKs a little bit here. Was that
Mhm.
Romanian underfolder? Was that your first AK, or was that just one that your buddy let you handle and then that kind of bit you as the bug per
Um,
se?
it was. It was. Funny thing is, actually, he's like, you need this, and then it was my son's graduation, and he's like, you know what? Here, he gave it to my son, but he was only 18 at the time, so I'm like, you can't take this with you. You gotta leave it at home. Let daddy take care of it for you,
Yeah,
and then
right.
we, and then next thing you know, one thing leads to another. I own like a few more.
I like how you put that. A few more. You didn't give me a number. A few more. Everybody, I always get asked by my mom and brother and other people that know of my extracurricular hobbies. How many do you have? And I'm like, enough. And they're like, really? Is it enough? I'm like, I just need one more. And that's my answer. I was like, I always just need one more. But
Yeah,
it's never really just one more. There's always something.
yeah. You,
There's always something coming around the corner that you're like, oh, man,
you
what is
tell you
that?
tell them what they wanted to hear.
Yeah, exactly. But
Hmm.
so what would you say out of what you own now, it would be your favorite AK?
I brought it with me. I thought
Oh,
you would ask,
yeah.
so I brought it with me.
Let's
So
see it.
this one,
What? Now, see, that's the custom work I'm talking about. Here, let me make your screen bigger. I think. Can I do that? I don't know how I'm doing this. No, that's me bigger. I need you bigger. I think I have to get rid of myself here.
okay, in case anybody asks, this is the pistol brace. Okay, totally legal. Just not a SBR. 9 millimeter pack 9 pistol. Yep, it is. I think this is my most favorite pride and joy right here. I love all the other ones too, but this one I got to work on it all by myself.
Yourself.
I got a little bit of help,
Yeah.
swapping out that rear trunnion to a Romanian side folder trunnion, but I came up with all the idea myself. I challenged myself, and then it worked out. It came out good, and I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
have to go back, and that might have to be the thumbnail for the video, just so people can see that before they even
Okay.
click on the video. Because this is obviously, since you're sitting there looking at me on a screen, this is going to be on YouTube, and I do the Spotify and Apple Podcast and all that goofy stuff. So they can
Do
either
you want
watch
a
or they can listen.
screenshot?
Oh man, now see here, let me
You want a
hold on.
screenshot? Get it in the full frame. This out of the way. You get it? My arm's getting tired.
Dude, put your arm down. But see, that's the type of customization and the I can tell you're happy with that thing. I can tell when you hold it that you're proud of it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like. That's what I enjoy about the fabrication and the customization that you put into things. It's because I can tell how much you enjoy it. And
Hmm.
it's not just some commercial piece. There's something behind it, which is nice. Like my Shinobi mag here that I have.
Very nice.
We're
And it
gonna talk.
worked, so I
We're
was
gonna talk
happy.
about
I was
that.
happy when it worked.
Okay. So when I first got it from you, I shot it. I did a mag dump with it full out of a Madi. Worked fine. I took it to Kalash Bash with me and I used it in my KR 103. Worked fine. I took it to Thunder on the Tundra about a month ago and tried using it in my Galil. It turned my Galil into a bolt action. And I don't blame you. I don't blame the mag. That's the Galil because it's picky with magazines. And I should have tested it out before I used it in a competition, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't. And that's what I get for it. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going to run this stage and I'm using Shinobi's mag. That way I can just mag dump this whole stage and only have to, swap the mag out at the very end. And it started off nice. Like I think I got like the first 6 or 7 shots off and I was like, this is going to be awesome. And then it just like, I had to just keep racking it. And I was like, this sucks so bad. And it was the only mag I had with me.
So
So what are you
so
going to do?
so we're gonna have to build you a special Mac just for the Galil.
Yeah.
Make
Which
sure it
is
works
weird
in that
because
one.
it likes like old surplus magazines. So I was like, this will be fine.
Hmm.
This is a metal magazine that Shinobi made me. No issues here.
So here's
But
a joke.
hit me.
Here's a joke for that. Maybe all the Shinobi stuff was made strictly for AK stuff.
Oh,
And
see,
The Galil it's not truly considered as an AK.
I know. I get in that argument all the time with people because I think it was a while ago. I had one of those these are all my AK videos. Like I had
Hmm.
everything I had on a table and then I had the Galil out. That's not an AK. That's a Galil. And I always say that the AK or the Galil is just an AK that went to the gym. And
Ooh.
that's all it is. It's just a beefier AK that fixed all the things that needed to be fixed. Whereas the AK
Uh,
just the whole time was nope, it's fine. Keep making it like that. Where the Galil was like, you can improve on a few things, and that's what
okay,
that did.
okay.
That's how I see it. That's just my opinion. But what do I know?
It,
I'm just some idiot.
it's just an AK guy joke. In
Yeah,
the end, if
that's
somebody drop a Galil on my lap, I'll probably be like, okay, I'll keep it and I'll run it.
yeah, right. Oh, dude,
You know what I mean?
they're awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, you said your kid was in his 20s.
Yeah, my oldest, he's in college.
How young were you when you had your first kid?
26.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not that bad.
I mean, I was old enough to have children, but I was not responsible enough.
Dude,
I didn't, huh?
I always told myself I was going to wait. That's funny you said 26 because no bullshit. Ever since I was a young child, I told myself 26 seems like a good age to have kids. You got
Hmm.
your early 20s out of the way. You're coming up on the 30s. 26 is like prime age to have a kid. I had my first kid when I was like 17, 18. My kid was born the day after my 18th birthday. So I wasn't ready at
Yeah.
all. That was totally not the 26 I was hoping to hit. I
That's
you want to talk about not being ready. I was not ready. But, I had to do what I had to do. Got me a
but
full-time job at 18 and been working my ass off ever since.
ever since.
Yeah.
Look at
It's
you. It
terrible.
makes you a responsible adult.
Yeah.
You skip.
It makes me an adult, that's for sure. I wouldn't go throwing that responsible title around just yet, but
It's
I'm getting
hard.
there.
I still. That's why I still need my wife around to put me in check. Because when she goes on a trip for a conference or something for her work,
Yeah.
the whole week I'm clueless.
Just running
Yep.
around, spray painting shit
I
on the
hand
walls.
yeah I hand machetes and a machete and a bowl to each of the kids. I'm like, hunt for yourself.
Yeah, right. You guys figure out dinner. I don't know what you want me to do. That's
Yep.
pretty funny. Oh man. Um all right. Speaking of, you don't have to
Hmm.
necessarily answer this one. Well,
Okay.
no, you do have to answer this one. because I've been trying to ask everybody this one lately. Breakfast cereal, hit me. What's your favorite one? Are you a breakfast cereal
Uh,
guy?
I used to be.
Yeah,
I used to be Honey Nut Cheerios,
I get
but
down with
for
that.
a lot of years now, I don't eat breakfast no more. I'm on
Not even breakfast at all.
no, I go on like 14
The
hour
the
fast.
fasting, yeah,
Yeah, so I eat dinner early. So I try to get dinner in about 7 of the latest.
yeah.
And then I won't eat again until probably like 8, 9 in the morning for because of work, you know. We start work at 5 in the morning, so our first break is at 8. So I won't eat anything again until 8. Sometimes I just wait all the way until noon for lunch.
Jeez.
So I just fast. I just drink coffee. If I start getting a little dizzy, I have a can of nuts in my toolbox at work, and I just snack on some peanuts or some.
Okay, now I no, I want to say Utah. It's not Utah. You're in Idaho, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, Idaho. I gotta write that down.
Not
Idaho.
Ohio, not
Yeah.
Iowa.
I constantly like when I first started talking to you, I constantly thought you were in Ohio. I'm like, that's not that far from me. You should start coming to some of these competitions. And then you're like, nah, dude, Idaho. And I'm like, where the hell is Idaho? And
That's
I'm
what
like,
I
oh, that's
asked.
way over there. I was like, yeah, he's not close to me at all. But
It's funny because the. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
It's funny because the first time my buddy, like, hey, let's go to Idaho. I'm like, what the fuck is that on the map?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's the weird shaped one. Well, I guess all
Yep.
states are kind of there's nothing really normal shaped unless you're in like Montana or one of the Dakotas. Those are like, I guess if that's normal. Those are the only ones I
Yeah.
know of with straight lines. I'm sure there's a lot more, and I'm sure there's people listening like, what an idiot. He doesn't know any other states with straight lines. Not really. Um, where was I going with this? Oh, so I'm sure it gets cold where you're at. Like, right,
Hmm.
yeah, you're rocking the jacket and the okay. Do you drink coffee all year round?
I do.
You do? I'd find I don't drink it in the summer.
I drink it all the time, bro. It's a
Yeah, no.
ritual.
See, I don't drink it in the summertime. I don't know why. It's got to be like below like a there's got to be like a threshold of like 76 or below, and then I'll drink coffee. I don't know why.
I hardly drink ice water.
You really?
My water is always
Just water, huh?
water. If the water is cold and I drink it cold, but if it's not cold, I just drink. I try not to put ice in it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I I don't know. I've been trying to like not drink as many energy drinks. I drink a lot of those. I wouldn't say I drink a lot. It's not like I drink like 4 of them in a day, but I usually have one every day. And I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
not do that.
I quit on that too. I quit
Yeah, see, I need
energy
to.
drink. I
I'm
quit
trying to do the
alcohol.
I don't really drink that much. Like I'll have a beer or something every now and then, but like I'm not one of them
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day every day. I need a beer. I can't do that. I don't know. Maybe because I partied too hard when I was younger, but I don't feel like it's exactly necessary now. Although I am trying to make
Yeah.
some mead in my basement.
Hmm.
That's not doing too well right now.
Yeah.
But
Well, the quitting alcohol thing is new for me too.
yeah.
I started back in April. You know, I did fall off the wagon a few times. I had like a mimosa when I was camping on
Yeah.
July 4th, but the people that was with me might disagree with the count that I just gave you. They might be like, "You drank the whole bottle." I'm like, "That's one drink.
This one.
That's
It
one
don't
drink."
matter the size of the
I know
container. It's considered a drink.
exactly.
Yeah.
I,
Like a 40 ounce. You drink a 40 and you drink like
that's a
a
beer.
12-ounce beer. You drank one beer. That's a beer.
Exactly.
I only had
A
one.
pot, a pot of coffee and a cup of coffee is the same thing.
Same thing, dude. As long as you walking around with that whole pot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't drink. I'm trying to get back into shape. and it's tough because the beginning of the year I was going hard. Like,
Hmm.
it sounds weird, but I was watching a lot of the YouTube Sam Solik videos, getting inspired to go work out and quit being a lazy piece of shit. I lost like 25 pounds like the first couple months of the year. I was feeling great about myself, and then I went to Kalash Bash feeling good, like, let me losing all this weight, dude. I was like, come summertime, I'm gonna be unstoppable. And then I got lazy. Like, as soon as Kalash Bash was over, I got lazy. Well, that didn't help. I was like, every day I was going to the gym until I went to Kalash Bash, because then that's like 18-hour drive there. Then you're there, then you're shooting, then it's like 18-hour drive back. So that was like a 4-5 day vacation for me, which just snowballed into I'm not going to the gym every day anymore. And now I'm back. Like, I gained like 10 pounds since I lost all that. So I'm trying to get back on it. Like, after we get done with this, I'm gonna go. It's chest and leg day at the gym today. So
Okay.
I'm trying to get back on it. And it's not easy, man. It's not easy to
Uh, it's
convince
not.
yourself you need to do it every day.
It's not like I trained martial art for a lot of years, and then I was watching. I was watching. I followed this karate master in Japan, and he was in the hotel room, and he was like punching the curtain. He was like jabbing at the curtain, and then he's turned around. And he said, "The world is my dojo." He
Yeah.
said, "I train." He's trains everywhere, and then I try. You know what I mean? Like if I can't go to the gym, I'll squat in the shop.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I'll shit. Sometime at work, I do like I kick the sawhorse. I work
Oh
on my
yeah,
leg
dude.
kick. I start kicking the sawhorse.
You got to make it work wherever you're at, dude. Just because you're
Yeah,
not, at the gym doesn't mean you can't do something.
yeah.
Like, if I
So,
get, sometimes, like, like you said, I'll just do some squats every now and then, or I'll just do some random push-ups.
mhm,
You got to do something with yourself. You can't just be a bum all day.
exactly. So,
So Shinobi doesn't eat cereal. Let me write that down. That's basically what we got at there.
am I gonna get crucified for this?
Not at all.
I still watch cartoons though.
Oh yeah, of course. I
So,
like watching classic old cartoons. I'm a Ren and Stimpy man first. I love Ren
oh
and
yeah,
Stimpy.
yep.
Um,
Pinky in the brain right here, bro.
oh yeah, I remember that stuff. So you're a family man now. I'm not gonna
Yes, sir.
indulge too much of your information, but how's family life for you? You enjoying it? You loving it?
I love it. I love it. My wife and kids keep me grounded.
That's very
Um,
good.
it's kind of a vulnerable moment right there. I just let the whole world know my weak spot, but it's
Nothing.
also my it's also a dangerous spot. You know what I mean? So that means anybody go near my family, they're gonna get clapped. So
There you go. Don't mess with a man's family. I mean, I think that's something everybody
yeah,
can agree upon. Don't
hmm
touch my family,
exactly.
especially
So
my mom. Don't talk about my mom, dude. I'll
don't
freak out.
don't talk about my mama.
That's right, dude.
I love it. The kids they keep me busy. They uh they highly respected me, even though I have some bad moments in my life. I do share with them. I tell them everything. Um, shit, being a dad, being a family, being a husband. There's no instructions that comes with.
Oh, dude, that's amazing you say that. I tell my oldest that all the time. I'm like, because I like I said, I break it down to him, like you said. I tell him the truth about everything. I tell him everything that I went through, and I'm like, dude, I was like, there's no book on how to be a dad. I was like, you kind of just figure it out and you go. I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, people will tell you things. I was like, but
Yeah.
everybody's different. Everybody learns a different way. I was like, there's no written
Yep.
rules. So I was like, so I apologize if anything in your childhood seemed out of place or ridiculous or you didn't like it. I
Hmm.
tried, bro. That's all. I was trying, you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly. So I just do my best. You know what I mean? There are things that I know that I won't do growing up, and I try not to do that. Like beating my wife and my kids.
Oh,
You
get
know what I
out of
mean?
here.
I That's why I put them all in karate,
Yeah. Good
so we
on
could
you, man.
spar. I'm like, we're like, Sensei, what's tonight? I'm like, sparring night.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Remember you didn't mow the lawn? We sparring tonight.
There you go. That's awesome.
So I don't spank my kid. We
Yeah,
just
right.
spar. And they decide to consent form when they come to the dojo.
There you go. That's a good one. I don't
But
beat my kids. We just spar.
yeah,
That's funny. I should just start buying my just buy my kid boxing gloves from here on out. I'm not
yep,
mad at you for not doing the dishes, but put those gloves on. We're going out in the garage.
yep.
You know?
We
There you
skipping
go.
leg days today.
Yeah. That's awesome.
The one time we get to skip legs day.
Man, leg day. I'm not looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
yeah. How's family life for you?
It's weird because like both my kids are old. And so it's like I tell people I don't have two kids. I have like two roommates because
Ah,
they basically just I don't know. They're not like when they're young, they like you. They think you're the best. You
mm-hmm,
know, they think, "Oh, that's my dad. Look at him." And now they're just like, "Yeah, that's my dad, I guess." You know, I don't know. I enjoy it. I like my kids. I love my kids, and it's
mm-hmm.
just they're just older, so it's just not. It's not like it was when they were little and they were, enjoyed everything with you. And now it's like, "Hey, let's go here," and they're like, "Oh, really? Do I have to go?" And it's like, "Yeah, you do. Get in the car. Let's go."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still find time to do stupid things. Like I went to dinner with my oldest last night. Today Saturday? Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to breakfast with my youngest tomorrow before he has to go to work. And you just and like my work schedule is crazy. I work during the day. So like by the time I get ready to go to work, either they're at school or at their job. And then by the time I come home, they're sleeping. So it's like
Mm.
I have the weekends when I'm lucky to see them and hang out and do things.
Hey, at
But
least they're still at home with you. You get to, you, that comfort of knowing where they're at
yeah,
and
yeah,
knowing
exactly.
that you still be able to reach out to them easily.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not like,
The oldest, I can feel he's trying to get out of here, but I always, when he was a couple years ago when he's younger, I told him, everything's expensive now, man. You better start saving your money. I'm telling you, everything's expensive. He's like, yeah, yeah, whatever. He knew everything. And then last night when we were at dinner, he's like, I'm trying to look at apartments and stuff is so expensive. And I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you that for years, dude. You don't believe
yeah.
me? You think I was just talking to talk, dude?
Hmm.
So now he's
That
starting to
just,
come around and realize, okay, everything he said, even though my dad's a weirdo and he says a lot of goofy stuff, some of that stuff's true, and I should probably start listening to him.
yep.
So I don't know. I try to drop
That's a good,
knowledge on him, but it doesn't always get through.
that's good for you, man. Back to the whole parenting thing, man. It's not hard. It's not hard, but it's definitely not easy.
Oh yeah,
Especially you have smart children, they have the mind of their own, and they're like, "No, you're lying," you
yeah.
know.
That's not right. Yes, it is. Trust me, I've been there. I've seen it.
Yeah,
No, and then they'll go figure it out for themselves and be like, "Should have listened. You were totally right, and I'm an idiot." Yeah, well,
yeah,
maybe next time.
good.
Um, do you have anything that you would like to discuss or talk about or ask a question to? Anything on your mind?
Actually, I don't.
Oh, come on,
This
man.
whole uh, what's on my mind? The whole thing was on my mind ever since you asked me to do this podcast with you. Was like, man, I'm gonna sound weird. I've never done podcast before. It's already hard for me to do live and do this whole Instagram thing. People hear my voice, see my face, and I was just nervous. It's like
Oh,
a
don't be.
job interview.
Nah, you're hired. There you go. See, weight lifted off your shoulders there.
But
I gotta.
no,
I'm all out there, dude. I do videos and all types of stuff, and I have like a nasally, high pitched voice for a man, but I'm still out there doing it. I don't
no,
know.
you got a good you got a good radio host voice,
Oh,
bro.
thanks, man. It's 57 degrees out, partly sunny here in northern Illinois. But I just love that I can always look at the bottom of my screen and see the weather, and I just like to mention that every now and then, just to break the
No,
ice.
shit. The only thing I wanted to say is I love what you do. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Because that shooting is not easy. Because there's a million people out there doing it. The whole podcasting, is there's a lot. There's a lot going on out there. Just
Yeah.
you know,
And like I
I
said, I don't know
appreciate.
how I find the time to do the things I do, but I do them. So I don't know. I hate hearing people give me excuses. Like I can't. I don't have the time. I can't go shoot. I don't have the time. And it's like, dude, I work sometimes 16-hour days,
Hmm.
multiple days a week, and then I still find time to squeeze in going to the range, making videos, editing the videos, doing this podcast, uploading
Hmm.
stuff, doing family things, and there's time. You just got to not like want to sleep that much. That's all it is.
It's 24 hours in a day.
Dude, I'm saying. And I honestly, people say I'm crazy for this, but as long as I get like 4, I mean, this isn't ideal. I'd like to sleep more, but if I can get 3 to 4 hours of sleep, I'm good. It's
That's
terrible to
crazy.
say that. But like
It's
with work,
terrible.
dude, like if I get up, I mean, if there's a giant storm that comes through, like I say, it's
Hmm.
16-hour days. So I'll go in at 2 in the afternoon and get off at 6 in the morning. And then I got to be back
Hmm.
at 2 again. So by the time I make it home, eat something, go to bed, wake up, shower, do whatever. There's no way I'm sleeping at 8 hours because I got 8 hours off till I got to, pull out of that place to go right back. So
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I get like 5 hours of sleep. That's a
Yeah.
it's a blessing. But you just gotta. It's mental, dude. It's mental. You just
It
gotta want
is.
it. That's all. Do you want it bad enough? You'll make it happen. If not, you'll find an
Exactly.
excuse.
Exactly. That's my problem. I don't have enough hours in a day.
Dude,
But
nobody does.
but do take care of yourself though. At the end of the day, you are the most important person to yourself.
Oh, dude, you
You
made me
gotta eat,
cry.
sleep better.
I'm
You know what I
trying
mean?
to.
Otherwise, you don't have the energy to do this.
Yeah. Well, I do take naps. I'm not gonna lie. I'll take a nap. I do love a good nap.
We don't say that at work. We don't say the nap word. That's not is a bad word.
Really?
Yeah, because we take long prayer moments.
Oh.
I put my head down and I pray.
There you go.
Boss come by, is like, "Wait," I'm like, "Amen." Thank Lord. I mean,
I'll have to remember that one. I used to do that
yeah,
one like at school. I would fall asleep like this with my hands on my head. And then when they would walk by, I'd be like, I'm just reading this paper. And then, but yeah, like I've been sitting there for 15, 20 minutes with my hands like that. I haven't turned the page yet, but
you know,
I'm a
you
slow
you
reader.
be you be on the light post like this.
Yeah,
I'm like,
just
what
out.
is he doing? He's praying the Lord.
There you
He's
go.
spreading the gospel.
So I don't know. I got a little bit of time left with you. Is there anything new that you're doing that you're excited about or you want to talk about?
No, I hate to talk about things I'm doing
You like to
because
talk about
everything
things you've
I'm
done?
yeah, because a lot of
Yeah,
things I'm doing is just experimental,
I hear you.
and a lot like 90% of the time it doesn't turn out the way I want it to.
I hear you.
You
See, that's
know,
why like
that's
I was telling people I was excited about this podcast I was doing, but
hmm.
I didn't tell anybody what it was because I like to keep it a surprise. And plus my buddy Paul was supposed to join us and he's awesome at talking. He has
Okay.
like the radio voice and he asks all types of exquisite questions. And he got stuck. I forget where the hell he said he was in Atlanta or something stupid. Somewhere. He's stuck in an airport, so he couldn't make it this morning.
Oh
But
man, shout out to Paul.
yeah, we miss you, Paul.
We miss
Push
you.
F for respects for Paul on the keyboard. But yeah, so I know he's probably listening or gonna be listening to this. Like, you should have asked him this. Why didn't you talk to him about this subject? And I'm gonna be like, because you know how I am, Paul. I'm not as smart as you. One and two, I'm slightly dumb, and I ask the questions I think of. But I think I'm
Oh.
doing a good job here. I think we're covering bases. I feel like we've
Mm-hmm.
done something this morning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We had
Okay.
a good talk.
When you drink
Yeah,
coffee, are you a black coffee man?
yes.
No
I
sugar,
can,
no nothing.
yeah, I can do no sugar.
All right.
I go
I'm
to
a
like Starbucks and stuff. I'm like, just give me a double shot espresso. They're like, you want cream and sugar? I'm like, no.
no,
Then I
not at
order
all.
a pumpkin spice latte if I want cream and sugar. And I
Right.
just pound it.
There you go, dude. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I have been drinking black coffee for years, and I used to be I used to be heavy cream, heavy sugar, you know. And then after a while, I'm
Hmm.
like, this isn't even coffee anymore. What the hell am I doing? I think it was my
Yeah.
grandpa. My grandpa was a hardcore coffee drinker. Like
Yeah.
this dude would pour himself like a cup in the morning and just
Hmm.
drink it throughout the day. Didn't even have to
Yeah.
stay hot. And like he was a plasterer by trade, you know, like
Yeah.
plastering, you know, stucco and all that. Yeah, you lived in California, you know what stucco is. But
Yeah.
like he had a little coffee pot. Like I would help him out with jobs when I was younger in the summertime, and he would like that'd be like the first thing he'd do. We'd go to somebody's house, and he'd be like, "You got an outlet? I can plug this coffee pot in," and he'd just start cranking out coffee. I mean, he would drink it all day, just black all day long. And eventually, I was just like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that just to honor my grandpa and see what this black coffee thing's all about." And that's
Yeah.
I don't think I've put sugar or cream in my coffee in I can't even
Hmm.
think of how long. It's been probably 10 years.
Hmm.
But I do buy flavored coffee
Okay.
somewhat.
I don't mind flavored coffee or any kind of coffee. It just I need to taste the coffee though. Like if I
Yeah.
get like if I order like a white chocolate mocha or something, it's either a triple shot or a quadruple shot in it, so I can
That's
still taste the
exactly
coffee.
what my old lady orders. It's triple shot white chocolate mocha because I had to remember this because all I say is large dark roast. You know, that's what I want. But
Yeah.
she's triple shot white chocolate mocha. I think it's a frappuccino or it's not iced. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Now I'm messing it up. I usually have to call her
Yeah.
before I get it just to make sure.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
that $12 thing of Starbucks I just went and bought her, it's not the right one. And then I
Hmm.
just, well, cool. I just wasted that money.
The
But
only
what are you
thing
gonna
that
do?
kills me at these coffee shops is what the fuck is the? They know what it is. You're like, can I get a small? They're like, so you want a 12 ounce? I'm like, yeah, that's your smallest.
Yeah,
Or
right. I hate that.
they're like, you want a small? Don't you mean a tall? I'm like, no,
No,
I want a
not at
small.
all. Yeah,
Well, it's a tall. I'm like, we're in America. Speak English.
yeah, right. But yeah,
It,
I get that all the time. Like
it
I'll be like,
kills
oh,
me.
just tell them I want a large, and then just like, you mean a grande or whatever? I don't even know what that they call them,
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, just tell them a large, and then it's whatever.
they
I
know what
sound
it
like
is.
you know what
They
we
know
sound like
what
some
it
old
is.
boomers right now. Is what me and you sound like. We sound like some old guys. Like
Yeah.
back in my day, we called it a large coffee. Now you got these damn kids going around calling it something different. That's what we sound like. It's a couple old guys
Well,
right now.
yeah, we are. We're a couple old grumpy guys.
Just a couple old dudes from the coast,
One
it's out
wait,
here doing it.
one thing I learned growing up was old people are racist. And I don't
Whoa.
want to get there. I don't want to get there.
Yeah. I'm not
I don't I don't want to be that old guy. I don't want to be a racist old guy.
I think our
I hate
generation's
everybody
different than
equally.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah. I think I don't think we'll get there. I think me and you grew up in a different time and era where everybody was a little bit more diverse than they were back in the 50s when they were all
Hmm.
growing up. Because
Yeah.
I have no problem with anybody. As long as you're a good person, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you. If you're a piece of shit, I won't talk to you. That's about it. It's about as simple as it gets with me. Pretty clean cut.
Yeah. It is for me too, because you know, I'm gonna spend my energy somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't
Oh
I
yeah.
don't try to spend my energy hating on somebody, jealous of somebody, or you know, worry about their color and their religion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Every day I'm like, I trying to get home, I trying to get dinner going, I trying to be with my kids and my wife. I don't got time to be mad at you. I don't got be time to have you be mad at me because, you know, my color, my religions, or I like
Not enough
AKs.
time in the day, man.
There's no enough time. Because you spend the same amount of time and energy being upset or being happy. I'd rather do happy.
Oh, 100%. Who wouldn't? What kind of
Yeah.
what kind of weirdo would be like, you know what? No, I'd rather be pissed off for 2 hours than happy for 2 hours. Like, no, no, not at all. Who the hell would want that?
Karens.
Bunch of old white ladies with crazy haircuts that just hate on managers. That's who.
There you
Speaking
go.
of,
Old people. Old
yeah,
people.
old racist people. I gotta go to Costco later, and I'm hoping that it's not crazy because I went there a while ago, and everybody was buying toilet paper like crazy, and I was like,
Oh
"Get
man.
out of
Is that
here, man!"
because of that strike?
Yeah, and it's like
Because
the
that
strike's like
that
on pause until January, I think, or something now.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I went in there the other day, and I needed toilet paper. I wasn't one of them people panicking. I legit was down to my last 4-pack in the house.
Hmm.
There's 4 of us in this house, so it don't last long. Anyways, this guy in front of me, he's got like 4 of like the Costco size, like, you know, what are they, like 80 packs in his cart? And I'm like, dude, come on, seriously? Like, what are we doing here? It's like
He
the
was
world's
just trying
coming
to
to an
build.
end. You want to make sure you got the cleanest ass. It's weird.
He'd be like, he just want to build a fort, bro.
Yeah, a toilet paper for what the hell is that going to protect you from? You know?
From the monster under the bed.
Yeah, I guess.
You know,
Um,
yeah, I don't get that. Even when it happened before too, I was like,
it was wild. I
shit.
remember
I'm like,
it was
man.
wild. People panicking, like I'm not gonna be able to wipe, and it's like, get up a day, or just like, you know,
I think everybody in the West needs to move to Vietnam for a week.
oh
You'll
yeah,
find no toilet paper there. You go to the bathroom, there's gonna be a a big bucket of water and you got a little cup. And after you're done using the toilet, you're gonna wash your ass.
yeah,
And after you wash your ass, you wash your hand.
there you
And
go.
then you be fresh. Fresh as fuck. There's no toilet paper in Vietnam.
See,
You go to Vietnam, you get toilet paper and you stay in the hotel. If you go get an Airbnb or you stay with your relatives, dude. And people are fine. People are
yeah,
fine in their health, So I'm like, I got sprinkler. My sprinklers still work. I just go sit on top of my sprinkler, turn it on.
I'm sure the neighbors love seeing that one.
Hey, they
Like
shouldn't be
he's out
looking
there
over the
washing his
fence.
ass again, you
They
know.
shouldn't be watching me. They
Yeah,
shouldn't be creeping on my side of the fence. You know what I mean?
that's pretty funny.
Dude, when I first moved into this house, my back neighbor, I think he was a sex offenders register. Yeah, he was like creeping and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I throw a rifle on my back, go out there with my tank top, start mowing the lawn. He quit
There you
looking.
go. Yeah, people quit looking real quick when you start doing shit like that.
Yeah. So if I wash my ass and they don't like to watch it, they're gonna quit watching.
That's funny. Well, I've taken up an hour of your time, Shinobi, and like I said, I can't thank you enough for doing this. Like I said, I was sitting here going through a list of if I did this podcast and it started going well, who would I want to talk to? And you were honestly probably the top name on my list. I'm like, nobody has talked to this guy yet. Why not? I was like, this guy does awesome stuff, and nobody's talked to him yet. So I had to make sure I got in there, snatched you up real quick before, you started getting too big on me. Like, what's your name again, dude? Do I know you? I'd be like, it's me, Shinobi. It's me, Midwest. And you'd be like, yeah, I don't remember you, dude. So I had to get you on the ground floor
Thank you.
because,
I
like I said, man,
appreciate
I think
that.
everything you do is amazing looking. I love the craftsmanship, the heart you put into things, you can tell. Like I said, that it's not just some manufactured piece of shit. You're like, yeah, I can hurry up and slap that together and get it out the door and sell you something. Like I just asked you have anything new? And your reply was, yeah, but I don't want to show it off because it's not done and I don't know how it's going to turn out. See, right there. You're a what's the word I'm trying to think of here? You just you're a master of your craft because you seek perfection. I can tell. Because if it's not right, you're not going to put it out there, which I appreciate. You know, anybody can be like, yeah, I'll weld you some piece of shit and sell it to you for $50. What do I care? You gave me $50. I don't see that from you, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's the Shinobi stamp of approval on certain
You know,
items.
all those, I make a lot of mistakes, and when I do, I try to correct them. So just in case
See?
somebody out there listening, they're like, "Oh, I got shitty product from him before," but I do trying to correct it.
Hey, that's like the huge business thing right there. Hey, you got a problem with our product? Let us know. Not one of these, well, that's kind of on you. Why? What's the, somebody comes up to you, Shinobi, this magazine you sold me doesn't work. And you're like, well, what'd you do? And they're like, well, I was using it and it quit working. Well, you just voided the warranty. You used it. And they're like, yeah, but I bought it to use it. And you're like, yeah, well, no, we didn't say anything about using it. I told you I'd make you one, but you didn't tell me you were going to use it. You're
Yeah.
one of them companies trying to back out of everything all the time.
Yeah,
But,
then and feedback is important, right? Because
100%.
that's when I know if something, because sometimes it works for me, and then when I send it out for other people, like your situation,
I
now I
still
gotta
use it.
make you, yeah, now I gotta make you another one just specifically to run on the Galil,
Don't
Galil.
worry. Yeah, Galileo. Don't worry about it. You got enough things to do to worry about me, man. You've been good friend enough. That's all I
Thank
ask
you,
for you.
thank you.
Damn it, there was just something I was gonna say, and now I can't remember because I'm a dumbass. Um, yeah, just be sure to check out my guy Shinobi at the on the Instagram at the at underscore Shinobi underscore welding underscore. I'm sure I'll have it in the description to the podcast. And if you're watching the video, you can see it on the bottom of your screen and in Shinobi's little camera box there. But I'm very happy that you did this for me. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. And you will go down in history as the first guest on my podcast, which means nothing to anybody but myself because I appreciate it. But yeah, man. I don't know. If there's anything else you want to throw out there, put it out there.
No, no, I appreciate you a lot. Good luck with your podcast. I know you will do well. You don't have a weird voice. Everybody think they have a weird voice. I think I have a weird voice. So, but you're good. You're doing great, bro. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
I appreciate you.
Keep doing you. Keep shooting. Keep being a great family man, man.
I'm trying.
Because
It,
we need a lot of good dads out there to put out good people. We
oh,
got
dude, that's the number one thing I'm trying to do is just have some good kids that turn into good adults. Like they see me working my ass off all the time. I mean, I'm
mm,
constantly working. I mean, 9 times out of 10 if I get offered work, I'm going to take the work. So, and then they're always like, "You're always working this and that." I'm like, "Do you enjoy having this house? Do you enjoy having all the things you have? Do you enjoy that when you say, 'Dad, I need this?' I don't say no. Do you enjoy that you don't have to worry about anything?" Yes, you're welcome, you know? And then like I said like earlier, my oldest, he's just now it's starting to click that, "Oh my god, everything is expensive." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. That's why I work all the time. And that's why I'm able to do half the things I do because I work like crazy." But they'll figure it out. Life
mhm.
hits everybody at a different time.
Yep.
But Shinobi, I'll let you get on with your morning. I appreciate you waking up early and talking to me. Hopefully we can do this again sometime with Paul because I'm sure he has way better questions and will make a better podcast with you than I did. But I appreciate you, good sir. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. ladies and gentlemen, this is the Shooter Are You Ready podcast with my fantastic guest, Shinobi Welding. Thank you for listening. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple or whatever, go ahead and check out the YouTube videos at Shooter Are You Ready. Be a link in the description somewhere. But I appreciate everybody for listening and watching. Shinobi, thank you again, sir. And yeah, have a fantastic day, buddy. Go out there and live life and enjoy yourself.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you later.
All right, bye.